Welcome to the Library Show. I'm your host, Mike Fletchley, and today we're coming to you from a very special setup. I'm joined by my co-host, Holly. Welcome,
Hello, Mike.
Holly.
How are you?
And Holly, you and I are here at the public library,
That's right. We're here at our library.
but it looks different.
It's a little bit different, or we are a little bit different.
Maybe we're taller.
Yes, it could be.
Well, this is a replica of the entrance, obviously, and it's part of an entire set of buildings
Yeah,
that we might be able to see during our show today.
absolutely. Where are we at?
Well, we are at the library. We are going to be joined by our Tech Center director, Robb White, who's going to tell us more about this whole setup. Robb, are we in a weird alternate world or what?
Welcome to Safety Town.
All
You know,
right.
this is exciting for the library, and for those who don't know what Safety Town is, it is a 40 by 60 foot replica of our downtown Broadway and Main Street. And it's much bigger than this. It's 40 by 60 feet, about the size of a basketball court. And we teach pedestrian safety, bicycle safety, just have a good time on it.
Wow.
That's awesome. Now, I know this has been a labor of love of yours for a while. Can you tell us what interested you in developing this for the library?
Yes, we had a Safety Town years ago in town, and our director Julie, you know, she's dream it and do it,
Right.
and we talked about this for the past 2 or 3 years. So, and then a beneficiary came up and wanted to sponsor it. So we went ahead and started looking at the logistics of everything, and just everything started to fall in place. And next thing we know, we're ordering the tarp that we're walking on here. And Trish Cooper did all the buildings here you see, and these are
fantastic.
Oh my
I mean, look
gosh.
at the lamb for the golden lamb.
The-
I mean, this is great.
the attention to detail that was
Yes.
done on these is amazing. When we picked them up, I was afraid to scratch them, you know.
Right.
But yeah, these are all, and she did all the laser cuts on this, and I just can't say enough good things about this. And obviously the buildings aren't quite in the order that we see them,
Right.
but they will be when kids come to Safety Town here.
So this is, like you said, this is not the whole thing. It's going to be a little bit bigger when we.
Yes,
Okay.
actually, this is just a third of it.
Third. Okay.
I
Wow.
mean, it's big. It's like I say, it's 40 by 60, and it doesn't sound real big, but when you start laying it out, and we're down here at the electric department. Thanks for big thank you to the Lebanon Electric. They're awesome.
Absolutely.
And letting us come in and kind of set up the town for here for just a little while.
Yeah.
But Safety Town, we have gotten lots and lots of mileage out of it through the years. And as it came around, it started back in 1964 with Dorothy Childs and the National Safety Town Council. I think that's correct. And it's all up in Cleveland, Ohio. And they decided that kids needed to learn how to get back and forth to school, and one thing
Right.
led to another, and then it became it was a regional event, and it went local, and now it's nationwide.
Yeah.
Wow. So there's a history behind it.
Oh yes, very much so. And so here, I think Clear Creek Township, Franklin, Middletown's had one for, oh gosh, probably 40 years.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they've run all of their kids, kindergartners through it, and which hopefully we'll partner with the schools and be able to do that as well.
Awesome.
There's just so many things that we can do, and with it from Safety Town is geared towards like the kindergarten age.
Okay.
So that like 4 to 6 year olds. We're not teaching them to, not turn left on a red light, and, and,
Right.
and we'll be lucky that they don't run into the buildings.
Right,
and,
right.
It's Geico would be pulling their
Right.
hair out with accidents
Right.
and stuff like that. But we teach them about, the colors, their basic colors. And the main thing is how to cross the street. And especially this fall, we're going to have, I know a couple of our staff, Maddie and Rachel, are going to do a kindergarten readiness boot camp.
Nice.
At the end of that
So
week,
fun.
yeah, so at the end of that week, we'll have Safety Town set up, and then they can practice what they've learned throughout this past week that they've gone through, and they'll teach them all kinds of safety things.
That's awesome.
So they'll be Safety Town grads.
They'll be our first Safety Town
Right,
graduates. And
right.
we'll have a little ceremony for them. It'd be fun.
That'd be great.
Awesome.
I mean, there's just it's not just obviously it's traffic safety and things like that, but also how to interact with others.
Yeah.
Be nice to people, and how to let somebody go first.
Should they take turns?
Take
Yeah.
turns. I mean, it's all about social skills and fun.
Right.
We have so much fun.
And not just the buildings. How cool are these? These are
I know.
great. Along with the vehicles
Yeah,
here.
the little cars here. Holly, if you want to jump on there and drive around.
Sure.
You have a license?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh no. So the traffic signals cycle. You can see it's all red, and then it'll turn green for it. And that way we kind of teach them here, as well as the signal here. Not only do they have to understand with the stop signs and the crosswalks and how to navigate around the town.
Yeah.
But what do I do when I come up to an intersection that doesn't have a traffic light or a signal and stuff, which is most of the time,
Right.
we're in Lebanon,
Right,
we don't
yeah.
in the downtown area, but most of their neighborhoods,
Right.
and some of their neighborhoods don't even have crosswalks.
Right.
So we just kind of teach them. It's just, and the thing is, when they drive around, it not only gets them, kind of thinking about traffic safety, but exercise.
Yes.
I didn't
Kids
think
are,
about that, yeah.
Yeah.
and you'd be surprised too that the pedal cars help with coordination and building them skills, because we'll find that some kids are trying to figure out how to pedal and coordinate driving and things like that, but then you have other kids that's going 100 miles an hour down Main Street,
Right.
Right.
running over people's toes.
Exactly.
So it's just a fun. And then, when some of the kids, when they're the younger ones, we'll have the parents come in and they can kind of help push them and do types of things. And yeah.
That's awesome. Now, I know you had a very successful event last Saturday, am I right? With
Yeah.
the setup?
We had about, 178?
Yeah.
Did you
It was a
really?
perfect day for it.
Yeah, it was a beautiful day. It got a little hot there in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's here and there. It was a beautiful day, and we're just so excited to the opportunities and stuff that we can do with this.
Right.
It's just, and it's a nice community outreach. We can take the library on the road and talk about the great technology center that we have. And it's just the best library
It
around.
is.
By far.
Yes, it is.
Now, if I'm a parent and I missed Saturday's outing, when can I next catch the Safety Town event?
What we're going to do this summer, we're kind of getting everything together as far as events and dates and things like that. I think we're going to do something maybe the end of June, maybe just a little brief, safety day. And then in August, we're definitely going to have a back to school. And we'll invite some of the other members of the community to come out and see if, like a school bus, if we can get the schools involved to come out and let the kindergartners kind of take a look, but just kind of watch our events, our events calendars and things like that. So that way we can coordinate some things and see what matches our schedules too.
Right.
We can, but yeah, we're definitely going to get it out for sure. And I'm real excited about getting it out in the community. Events, Blues Festival or whatever.
Right.
I mean, the mines, whatever you can think of, we can do it. We've already talked to police and fire and see if we can't host an event for them. And that beautiful fire station up there, I asked
the
him,
brand new one, yeah.
I said, boy, that would be a beautiful place to put Safety Town in them days.
Yeah.
So anyway, hopefully, and they were real excited. So,
Good.
but and the other things too is traffic is going to be the main thing here. But the other things that you can bring to this is fire safety. We did fire safety. We had a smoke trailer. I'm trying to talk the fire department into figure out, or we could make a smoke building. We could teach fire safety. Bicycle safety was a huge thing of mine. I loved, I love bicycles and stuff. So, and we can, I couldn't tell you how many times we did, bicycle events on here.
Yeah.
And it was just, it's just amazing, because the one thing too, that if you notice, it's big, but when you're trying to ride a bike, it challenges your skills to stop and then turn into, it's easy to go fast and turn, but as you slow down cycling, it's harder to maneuver your bike. So it kind of builds those skills, and we add like traffic cones to it, and they can zigzag through those. And I mean, it's just amazing how many things that we've done and can do with this.
Yeah, so it's really adaptable.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you can. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, so for the they kind of look like the old school big wheels, which I love.
Yeah.
But for the little go-karts here, you did mention that it's targeted more, 4 to 6 year olds. There is probably, an age or a weight for the actual go-karts. Is that correct?
Yes,
Okay.
it's like 3 to 8, depending on the sizes.
Size,
3
okay.
to 6, but if you guys noticed over in the tech center, there's like 3 great big boxes over there. Those are the bigger cars.
Okay.
I just haven't put them together yet, but they're pretty good size, and you guys could ride on them easy. And it's got a clutch.
We'll
and
have
pedal.
to try that.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. For sure. I still think you need to jump on one of these
Yeah.
things here.
So we still encourage the older siblings to come out as well.
We do.
Okay, yeah.
Yep. And throughout the season, and as we get things together, as far as like our, we already have our curriculum all set out.
Okay.
And as we go through things, we're going to ask for like volunteers,
Oh, fun.
and and then we'll have promotional videos as far as like thank you for volunteering,
Okay.
and then do this, and this, and,
Right.
and we'll divide up in groups. It's a pretty organized thing, really.
Yeah.
I mean, surprisingly enough, when you run 400 or 500 kindergartners through it in 3 days, and God bless the teachers. I mean,
Right.
they're structured. They got it all down to a science.
Right.
So luckily for them, they helped me, kind of figure things out and divide and conquer.
Right.
It's nice to have a lot of volunteers to help, corral all
Right.
those. Yeah.
Right.
It is. It's like, sometimes like herding cats,
Right.
Right.
and they're so excited. And-
Yes,
and you
this
just have-
this would be awesome, because I used to play with cars and make, how they have the big car mats
Yeah.
that kids love to play on.
Yeah.
This is it come to life. It's so neat.
I couldn't, when I first saw these buildings, I just could not believe.
And the city building behind you is amazing. Look
Right.
at that. Look at the clock.
Yep.
I just love that.
10-10. I wonder what the significance
Yes.
of 10-10.
Oh, 10-10,
Mike,
I like-
it's 10 and 2 on the steering wheel. 10 and 2.
Possibly.
It's
Yeah.
safety.
Maybe she did it.
And then the etching on the library, the top one there is
Yeah.
so detailed, as far as like the technology center logo that
Yeah.
Julie did back in
08, I
15.
think. Oh, 15 was it? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, when the tech center first opened. We have spaces available too that you'll see the green spaces here.
Yes.
And like I talked before earlier, it is modeled after Main and Broadway up there. So I thought a good idea was to do that, and then when you teach them, then we can actually, I don't know if it would be a culture shock or not, but they go from here, and then we can take a trip up to the real intersection and look at it and see it
Wow.
in all its glory there.
Yeah.
So that's what we kind of started looking at it. But we also have a place for a park. We have railroad tracks. We have railroads, so we're going to invite and talk to the railroad people and have them come and talk about train safety. Because, lots of kids, it's illegal to be on the tracks. That's trespassing. It's an active, especially here in Lebanon, it's an active railway, so it's illegal to be on that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we're gonna put them in and bring them in. But the other thing too is, you notice the park over there at Broadway and Main, and we're gonna I mean, Julie's already got a fountain design and a tree.
Oh, wow.
And,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Oh, that's
yeah.
cool.
So we could just play off of that.
Yeah.
Right.
And for Earth Day, I mean, we've done all kinds of things. I mean, it's just it's a lot of fun. And there's just so many things you can do with it. You know,
That's what I
your
was just gonna say.
imagination, if you
Yeah.
think about it, you know, it's been everywhere. If you think about it, you know, it's been to the car shows in Cincinnati, the prior ones, you know, Earth Day, you know, and it just has a whole gamut of ideas and things that we can do with it.
Well, and that 4 to 6 crowd sometimes needs repetition, so the more they see it, the more safe they'll be.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna, you know, when your kids and sometimes the adults say, turn right, you know,
Right.
you know, just they're excited. Just okay, what color is red,
Right.
and what does red mean?
Right.
Red. Anytime you ever see red in life,
Yeah.
typically that's danger.
Right. Right.
You know, yellow, you got to be careful,
Yeah.
and green, we're good to go. So
Yeah.
you kind of teach that, and then when kids later on developed, we did poison safety too. We had some people come down from the Poison Control Center and Children's Hospital, and they talked about poison safety when they see red and a great big red X on there, and they kind of, oh yeah.
I better
Right.
not take that.
Yeah, just warning signs. They kind of put that in there.
Yeah.
And it's all about basics. You build good basic fundamentals,
Right.
a base, and
Right.
you build on that,
on that.
and work on getting them to be good citizens. And
Yeah.
When you tend to make an event memorable for kids and they have fun, they're going to remember where they
Yeah,
learned
that's a good
certain,
point.
I've had people, we've used to run every Lebanon kindergarten every year through Safety Town, and the electric department participated, police, fire, the Y for life saving, you know, water safety and stuff, and at graduation, a lot of the kids still remembered Safety Town
Yeah.
from
Really?
kindergarten.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or they come into the library and say, "Hey, I remember Safety Town," or you
Yeah,
know, so
yeah.
it does ingrain, and you know, and all across the country, people come in and say, "Oh yeah, we had one of those in our town," and
Right.
so
So perhaps for the volunteers, is that going to be, are we looking for adults or maybe even high school kids that could be old Safety Town grads could volunteer possibly?
usually I did like Mr. McCarty from the high school. We had a captive audience there, so
Yeah.
some of the seniors in his classes would volunteer for the day, and then they
Yeah.
would help the kids and get community hours.
Yeah, perfect.
And then I'd feed them. You know, we'd
Right.
order pizzas and stuff for lunch. And I'm not sure how they're doing that these days. We'll have to get in touch and see. I would definitely love to get the schools involved, though,
Yeah.
especially like the kindergartners
Right.
and those types of things. So yeah, it'll be it's gonna be fun. It's just a lot of work to set up.
Yeah.
The mat weighs, like I said, it's 3 sections, and it weighs total 600 pounds.
Oh,
Really?
okay.
Yeah. These mat, and these are the same. This is the same material that gets pulled across on the Reds, like the
Really?
the
Really?
tarps that they use. This is the tarp company
That's
that
pretty
makes them.
durable.
It's
Yeah.
very durable.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's gonna have a lot of feet on it.
Yeah, even the you know, the painting and stuff. They painted all this stuff up. We sent in a little schematic and a Google overview of the downtown area. And then we sent them, they sent us proofs back, and then voila.
Wow.
Yeah, and they paint all
So
this
neat.
stuff on there, and trust me, it's
There to stay.
yeah, it's here to stay. Yeah, this mat is probably the most durable thing that we that I've known of. It's all stitched together. It's seamed on the seams. Like I said, there's 3 sections, and there's Velcro on each seam.
Okay.
So there's a section A, B, and C,
Wow.
and then you know we just put them together, and
Right.
then you start putting your buildings up, and you know all the buildings are take apart, they fold flat. We'll be working on the library van in order to facilitate the storage of these.
Okay.
I want to try and figure out some type of a storage system or railing system. So if anybody has any good ideas or some businesses
Yeah,
are in there,
yeah.
I'm not. I'm not shy to ask for help.
Right.
But we want to get something where these things, they fold up flat, and then I'd like to figure out something that I could just set it on the edge and then roll it into like a cabinet or like a, you see what I'm saying? Like those, oh shoot, those carts at Home Depot. They got the little rail, you know, where you put your 4x8 sheets of plywood in, something like that.
Almost like a pocket door.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that way we could get a little small ramp or something that way we wouldn't hit the bumper, and I could just wheel it up to it, put it on there, and then just slide it in.
Yeah.
And then we could get brackets for the cars, and the lights and stuff are pretty self-explanatory, and the signs are pretty easy. They're pretty light and stuff. And then these tarps, they're in big duffel bags. Believe it or not, we get it back inside there.
Wow. Rob, you mentioned that there are more carts than these. I know the 3 larger carts are in the box still, but how many of these smaller carts do we have?
There's 5.
5 total.
5. There's going to be 8 cars total.
Okay. So coming here won't be a massive line waiting for one cart. You have a number of carts.
Oh,
kids
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then too, what we do is we'll have riders, we'll have drivers, and then the other part, nobody's waiting in line. The other part, other people that are waiting, they walk through.
Oh, okay.
So what we'll do is when the kids are riding, because the riding part is the fun part,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
But when the others are waiting, we'll take 5 kids, and then we'll take a walk through town. We'll
You say
to
they'll be the pedestrians.
Yep.
Yes.
and while they're driving, having fun, then we'll be taking them on a walk to the library, and we'll walk over to the library, and we talk about, you know, the traffic signals. You know, what do we do? Oh, it's flashing red.
Right.
So we'll just take a trip around town
Right.
and that way it kind of keeps everything moving.
Right.
Okay.
You know, that way
Yes.
they're not sitting
They're
there
not, right.
Right.
Yeah.
antsy and stuff
Yeah.
like that, so we can always keep them entertained.
Good.
For the most part. And like I say, when it's fully set up, there's plenty of places to walk to.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, and you'll see the green spaces and stuff, and we can have activities for them. Like I say, the sky's the limit on this.
Right.
We could have them come to the park, okay, and we had the dog warden out one time, and he talked about stray dogs and animals and stuff, and what to do if you come up on a, or the big thing was raccoons.
Really?
Yeah, because of oh shoot, what's the disease that they're getting? They get it in the fall.
Not rabies.
No, it's
Distemper?
distemper.
Okay.
Yep, and that gets huge. I mean, there was you'd be shocked at how many when this distemper gets going through the community. But these raccoons come out in the day. They're not scared of you. You know, they're sick.
Yeah.
So there for a while,
Wow.
we'd get calls, and people would say, "Hey, I have this raccoon in our house, and it's in a little box. I think it's sick." Well, it's, yeah. So it has,
Yeah.
it has this disease, and yeah.
Don't mess
So I think it can make humans sick, but it kill your pets if you don't have the distemper. That's why you get that shot. But it gets
Heck.
very rapid in the fall.
Okay.
So we had the dog warden and game warden out, and they talked about those types of things.
Interesting stuff you may not know.
You wouldn't.
I have never heard of that.
Huh.
Yes, I did not
Yep.
know that as well.
Learn
So
something new every day.
there you
Yeah,
go.
especially around the fall. So, but yeah, we're excited, and we're really looking forward to getting this out and having the community come in and hanging out at the library with us, and it'll be fun.
Well, how cool is it that not only the buildings are personalized, but the mat is personalized for Lebanon?
Yes.
That's really cool.
That is neat. That's perfect.
I thought it was kind of a great idea, and we just start, building on this.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have our basics here, and then now we can build on it. You
Right.
know, if we want to put in another building, the train station, or whomever.
Yeah,
you
or a
know.
nod to the electric department.
Yeah. I mean, the electric department, they're the best.
Yeah,
They helped me today with moving all this stuff, because these buildings aren't light either.
No.
You think
Right.
they're half-inch, wood, and they probably weigh a couple hundred pounds,
Yeah.
easy.
Now, do we have, maybe you don't want to spoil it, but do we have more buildings than these here?
Nope, this is it.
This is all the buildings.
Buildings,
We're
yeah.
growing from here up. We'll
Yeah.
get
Yes.
more later.
Yeah, we wanted to start with the main building, because there's a lot of man hour. I think she put in like 300 plus hours on these.
Wow.
Well, there would have to be. I mean,
You know,
look at the detail, yeah.
With the detail
Right.
and everything like that. So I said, well, let's just get the core. That
Right.
intersection is what we focused on.
Right.
You know, we'll get that, and then we can go from there. If we want to add things to it, I mean,
Sky's the limit.
yeah.
Nice.
Yep, we can have drones flying over.
Yeah, there you go.
go.
What to do if you see a drone?
Yeah. Well, thanks, Rob. Thanks for, this is
is
just
awesome.
an amazing, it's definitely,
Yeah.
it's a labor of love for a lot of people.
Yes,
Yeah.
I
You
would
know,
say.
I like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can see this being an annual tradition for the kids
Yeah,
to say, I
yeah.
went through it and my brother's going this year.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd really like to do the back to school. That has
Yeah, that
always
would be a
been,
bit, yeah.
You know, we can talk with the safety council as far as like Southwest Ohio, and I know there's some organizations out there that we can talk to about back to school routes.
Right.
You know, what do they call it? Safe to school safety or something like that. But
Yeah.
it's a program that teaches kids, okay, you're leaving your house. Now, as we're going, you know, as we're walking, now where I'm lost. So where's a safe place for me to go? The library is always a safe place.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and look at these things, and you help kids kind of landmarks, what to look out for, and things
Yeah.
like that. So
That's good.
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
Back to school. Awesome.
yep.
Well, Holly, we sure picked a great place to do our show from today.
I really like filming in Safety Town.
I do
Maybe
too.
yes, this
Yeah.
is nice.
Yeah,
So
maybe an annual show this fall.
that's right.
Well, thank you, Rob, for being with us and explaining all this and for doing it.
Well, thanks for having me. And
One last question. I noticed we all have same shirts. Did we exchange emails or did we?
We did. We planned,
Is there
didn't
a
we?
reason? Yeah. Is there a reason we have these on?
These are the beautiful SRP shirts for the summer. And sorry, SRP is Summer Reading Program. Yep. So these are the shirts that you get after you complete your summer reading program, and they are awesome this year.
They
It
are.
also has a picture of the town. It has the buildings. Actually, some of the buildings that we see featured here on our shirts. So.
So there's a chance that your safety town spun this idea for the SRP theme.
the images that you see there are images from. Yep.
Yep. So that's
Yep.
great. It even ties into the summer reading
Yes.
program, which is excellent. That's
Yes,
cool. So,
that's
yeah.
awesome. Well, thank you, Rob, for your time.
Yep.
Thank you for tuning in. And we'll have Miss Connie's story time, of course, and then Holly will wrap up with an actual events calendar.
That's right.
Can you consent with me? Imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read.
So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child.
So let's join hands, book people unite, unearth hidden passion. Come on, we'll have a good time.
One book can be the first element, helps to change a life. People unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
Operation Wonder Park is a go!
There's nothing more powerful than imagination. But don't just imagine. Use STEM to change the world.
Who's with me?
Oh, it's gonna hurt tomorrow.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at She Can STEM.
Hi everyone, I'm Miss Connie from the Lebanon Public Library. Thank you for joining me for a story. Are you ready to help me wake up the book bunny? All right, let's say those words together and then we can get a story started. Book bunny, it's time for story time to begin. Hello, book bunny. Can you give our friends a wave? Can you all wave back to the book bunny? He's very happy that you're joining us, aren't you, book bunny? Well, let's set the book bunny aside. And how about if we see what's inside the mystery box? You can sing the song with me. Mystery box, what's inside the mystery box? Mystery box, what's inside the mystery box? All right, let me turn the music off and then we will see what is inside the mystery box. Let me lift the lid off. There are a few objects inside the mystery box. Let me pull out the first one. It's small and it's round. And can you see that? It's an egg. The next object is something that will eventually come out from the egg and form, and it is a caterpillar. Do you know what's next? I bet you do. It's a beautiful butterfly. Today we're going to hear a story about a creature that turns into a butterfly, and the story is called The Very Hungry Caterpillar. Now I think I'm going to prop the book bunny up a little bit more. He was kind of nodding his head there. I think that'll be a lot better. The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. Oh wow, look at those beautiful end papers with lots of colorful dots. There's our title page, and the title is the name of the book, The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. He's the author, so he wrote the words to the story, and he's the illustrator. He also did the artwork. Nice bright sun. In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf. Can you find the egg? Right there it is. One Sunday morning, the warm sun came up, and pop, out of the egg came a tiny and very hungry caterpillar. He started to look for some food. On Monday, he ate through one apple, but he was still hungry. You can even say that part of the book with me, but he was still hungry. On Tuesday, he ate through 2 pears, but he was still hungry. On Wednesday, he ate through 3 plums, but he was still hungry. On Thursday, he ate through 4 strawberries, but he was still hungry. On Friday, he ate through 5 oranges, but he was still hungry. On Saturday, he ate through 1 piece of chocolate cake, 1 ice cream cone, 1 pickle, 1 slice of Swiss cheese, 1 slice of salami, 1 lollipop, 1 piece of cherry pie, 1 sausage, 1 cupcake, and 1 slice of watermelon. Oh, and that night, he had a stomach ache. Well, the next day was Sunday again, and the caterpillar ate through 1 nice green leaf, and after that, he felt much better. Now he wasn't a hungry anymore, and he wasn't a little caterpillar anymore. He was a big, fat caterpillar. He built a small house around a cocoon himself, and he stayed inside for more than 2 weeks. Then he nibbled a hole in the cocoon, pushed his way out, and he was a beautiful butterfly. What an awesome ending for the very hungry caterpillar. Thank you for joining me for a story today. I'll see you later. Bye.
Thanks for joining us today at the library show in our awesome Safety Town. We're glad you could join us, and we have some great upcoming events scheduled for June. So coming up for June 1st, Wednesday, we have the Next Chapter Book Club meeting at 6:30 p.m. On Thursday, June 2nd, we have Chess Club at 4 p.m., and that's every Thursday at 4 p.m. On Friday, June 3rd, we have the Homeschool Hangout at 11 a.m. Monday, June 6th, we have Toddler Time at 10:30 a.m. and Stories and Crafts at both 1:30 and 6:30 p.m. Thursday, June the 9th, we have Baby Time, 10:30 a.m., and that will be in the Storytime room. Tuesday, June 14th, we have Digging for Roots Learning the Basics at 6 p.m., and that is a genealogy class in the Tech Center. On Wednesday, June 15th, we have toddler time at 10:30 a.m. Saturday, June the 25th, we have a special STEAM on Saturday at 11 a.m. Tuesday, the 28th of June, we have toddler time again at 10:30 a.m. and stories and crafts at 1:30 p.m. And closing out the month, we have Thursday, June 30th, we have Beyond the Book Club at 6:30 p.m. If you have any questions about today's show, you can always give us a call at 932-2665 or check our events calendar on LebanonLibrary.org. Thanks for watching today, and we'll see you next month.